You guys mind starting by introducing yourself?
My name's Tim from the UK.
And my name's Ian.
We have the same mum and dad, we're brothers. I'm the little brother, yeah.
How did you guys end up here?
Yeah, well, we were in a touring rock band, 2013. We got some shows in Asia, China, Thailand, Vietnam.
We ended up in Macau, but we did have a little period of living in Taiwan before we went there, so we kind of realised we were desperate to get back.
Being a musician in China, was it hard with the censorship?
Back then, not so much. I've heard it's different now.
We did have to have one government-run show.
Yeah, Beijing Pop Festival. We had to give in all our lyrics beforehand.
And he got told off.
I got told off by security.
What'd you do?
Well,
it was only a small...
It was actually in a stadium, so there's loads of people. No one was allowed to stand up. So I ran down the ramp towards the audience, going along the front row and throwing things out, and everyone stood up and rushed. So the translator came over to me and said, "You can't be doing things like that. You can't do things like that." And then when the security moved away, she went, "It was great. Do it again tomorrow."
There was one place, and I wish I could remember the name.
Apparently we were the first foreign band ever played there.
Ever.
And we got off the train and people were there to meet us, and people jumping off pool tables, and one crazy nightclub in, was it Dongguan?
Oh yeah, Dongguan.
They wanted us to play 2 songs, and then a lady would get up, say something, give us some kind of gift. It could be like a
Big fluffy bear and flowers. That was
something like that. And we had to say thank you and put it back. Then we played 2 more songs.
And then they take us backstage for a bit.
And they had, people to entertain us backstage. The whole thing was,
What kind of entertainment was going on backstage?
I don't know if that could be.
It's not PG.
We had a time where we were right up the north of China. We thought we had several shows booked, zigzagging our way back down the country to eventually get to Hong Kong. But our manager didn't come through with the shows, so we were sat there wondering what to do. Luckily, this guy I was just talking about, I called him and he booked us. Within 2 weeks, we zigzagged back down the country.
Damn, immediately.
And some of the best shows as well.
He was awesome.
Are you still in touch with him?
No, what happened was he booked some
Punk band
to go over, and they had this thing where they would throw out money into the crowd, and they were told you cannot do that. And they thought, well, we don't care. And they did it, and apparently in the stampede some people got injured, and he got hold of us and said, well, I can't book any foreign bands anymore.
Yeah.
That's over.
I think the restrictions got even tighter at that point.
So what was the thing that kind of left an impression on you that when you were here? Why did you feel like you wanted to come back?
Instantly, people, incredibly polite, kind people.
When I first arrived, the taxi driver reduced the fare because he told me that he'd accidentally gone the wrong way. He played a few gigs when we were here. One night, Tim forgot all of his drum equipment on top of a bin somewhere. And expensive drum equipment.
Expensive stuff.
Came back the next day, it was all still there.
Liking it is one thing, but then like moving here and kind of a different level.
I was in Thailand at the time, struggling to find work. And then I called him and said, "How is it?" And he just said, "It's fantastic." And I said, "Okay, I'll be there in 2 weeks."
Did you guys like come here on gold cards, or how did you guys get in the country?
It was initially, we had set up a company in Macau to do our music production.
I was the office representative here.
So Tim does a lot of the, I call it admin, but it's more, it's a good assistant. Plus the drums and some keyboards and things like that. I'm just constantly in the studio, writing music for other TV commercials, ghostwriting for other bands and things like that.
What's like the main project that you guys are working on now?
The band that we're in now is a band called Palm Lakes, Synthwave and Retrowave. Very 80s style, but produced nowadays.
We've always loved like 80s synth pop music.
You saw my CD collection, and I still have a lot of
CDs. You brought them here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so the way I did that is once I knew I was going to live here permanently, I went back. There was over 1,000 of them. Sat there and took all of the CDs out and all the sleeves, front and back. Got that over in luggage, and then ordered 1,000 CD boxes and sat there and put them all back in.
Dang.
That
like
is,
this maniac he is.
that is a geek. That's a true geek.
Based on music, you're gonna stay.
Yeah.
I don't want to be doing that.
Yeah. Packing them up.
What like year was it when you guys moved down here to Huntsman?
What year is it now?
Yeah, I think it's about 2019. I think it took us about 2 years to realise that we rarely see the sun. Most of the cities are quite polluted.
They've got amazing mountains just outside of Jiayi, but for about 8 months of the year you can't see them because of the smog. So I thought, okay, well, I would love to stay in Taiwan, but I want to find somewhere that has a cleaner environment. Plus, it has so many other things that we love, like the beach and the nature,
snorkeling, hikes and waterfalls.
The house that I have doesn't really have any direct neighbours. I can make as much noise as I need to, you know, like within reason.
It's our kind of lifestyle. It might not be for everybody. You can tell from our clothes, we're not big shoppers. It's the best shirt I could muster up.
Is that a night market find?
No, how dare you?
Night market's a good thing.
Interview.
This is a genuine Kelby plea.
Oh, wow.
First place we lived was near a snorkeling spot called Wellington. That was a nice place, but the neighbour was very, very strange. He kept pigeons. The house was here, there was a tiny road here, and then there was the ocean. He would go out to see his pigeons and sit up there and drink and just throw his trash into the ocean. It wasn't going to end well. I could feel myself getting more and more irritated. But also living that close to the ocean, all the recording equipment was going wrong, and I was running dehumidifiers absolutely everywhere. I couldn't control it.
Just electricity bills.
So it was, we had to go. Where we are now is great.
It's not easy to find places to rent around here, as you can imagine. There's only about 6 houses, so.
Yeah, there's not much around. What's your rent?
8,000.
So cheap.
Mine's 17, 2 buildings, and it's brand new. To buy a place here is quite expensive, whereas renting is relatively cheap.
The amount that you have to pay for the quality that you get just doesn't make any sense. If you're paying $350,000-400,000 US for something that leaks in wet season, I'm not sure about that.
What's the kind of reaction from your neighbors when there's like, there's like white people here?
Fear.
People around here are so friendly, and they're not like outwardly over the top, but it's always a smile and a wave and a hello, and that's all I need.
Do you feel like a lot of people down here speak English in southern Taiwan?
Not so much as the locals, but
there's a lot of like youngsters moving down here to open up businesses. They speak English pretty well.
That's interesting, kind of the difference.
Yeah, we're living in such a rural area, but I'm sure there's few that speak it really well, and I've overheard our conversation.
decided not to talk to leave us alone.
Yeah.
We've been really lucky because we've met some fantastic people down from all over the world. Probably about 5 or 6 good pals, which it's sometimes
I've got about 15.
Who's counting?
What
do your folks think about both of you guys living abroad?
I think they miss us, but they've always been very encouraging for us just to follow our heart, really. As they get older, we've got like little plan between us about how we would deal with that. Yeah, and actually while we were living in England, that's when my mum moved to France.
So it's her fault.
She gave you guys the idea.
And they do love it here. The ocean, they love the beaches, Nantou, and to the mountains. Well, they've been over here so many times now. I think we've been all over.
Has the tension with China come into the calculus in terms of living here long term?
No,
only that I've been trying to lose weight so I can run really quick.
I'm trying to learn how to swim. I mean, you always keep one eye on it, but you always worried about stuff like that. You just wouldn't get on with your life, would you?
Yeah, I think you've got to listen to official warnings. I know that with Russia and Ukraine, that the British were telling citizens to get out for quite a while before that actually really kicked off.
Sending planes.
Yeah, if something like that happened, then we'd have to think about it. But I've got the APRC.
I'm not, but I will soon have mine.
Would you guys ever become Taiwanese?
No.
You're not going to announce.
No. Yeah. The British passport is a really good one to have for travelling. I love Taiwan. I love the Taiwanese people, but I'm very English. I want to fit in here. There's parts of my culture that I'm very proud of, and I keep it with me. If I suddenly claimed I was Taiwanese somehow, people would just think it was an absolute joke.
You can do it. How can people connect with your music?
Just look up Palm Lakes on YouTube. Our first 2 videos are all on there. Obviously Spotify. Get us and stream it 1 million times, please.
Yeah.
Great.
Really nice to chat.
Thanks for bringing it up.
Thank you.